my dog. DJ Sama.
Sama Sutra. Let's go.
So we gonna have one of the craziest times you ever had in your life.
What's going on, mi gente? Welcome to another Sama Sutra show. Hey, listen, don't forget to click like and subscribe on my YouTube channel because you never know what kind of amazing joints I'm going to be posting up on there. Well, listen, it's summer 2021. We are doing a summer concert series over on South Beach, 12th and Ocean to be exact. We've already had Company B perform live along with Lime. September 11th, TKA will be in the house. And I had a chance to catch up with my boy K7. I got him right here. I want to say what's up to K. K, you there, man?
What's up, Felix? How are you?
I'm doing good. How you doing, man?
I'm good, man. I'm enjoying the summer so far, and getting ready for, the fall. And I can't wait to go back down to Miami. We're traveling all over this summer, so it's always good to go to my second home.
Yeah, man. I didn't get to see you when you did the 80s reunion concert in May, but I heard you turned it out there. That was like the coming out party for you and AB to be back on stage, right?
It's
Miami,
a reintroduction. It's a reintroduction for AB. It's a throwback and a love letter to the fans so that they can see us as friends, unified and supporting each other. I'm supporting AB in his projects, and he's supporting with what I'm doing with TKA and as well as K7. And we have a joint project together, which is called Actual, AKTUAL.
Yeah, we talked about that in the last
that'll
interview.
be coming out. That'll sound very much like, our vintage classic sound of, like One Way Love, Tears May Fall, and Scars of Love.
Yeah.
So, that'll be coming before fall, and I can't wait for you guys to hear that.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that as well. So how does it feel, man, being back on stage with AB? Is it a full-time thing, every show thing, or is it some show thing? What's the mathematics?
There's value in it, so it's a sometimes show thing. I think that, I'm just gonna be honest. I think that promoters got really comfortable, in the freestyle community by trying to, get us for cheap. So, when there's something of value.
Tell me how you really feel, though. Seriously, tell me how you really feel.
No, I'm just honest. I'm honest. This is a business, so I gotta be honest. So, if it's something of value, you gotta treat it as such. And I think that, first of all, it's really important for me to have AB, to the fans' eyes. I want them to see him as his own person. Mm-hmm. But I just want you to know that I also have, because I own TKA, because I own the trademark, because, I have been leading the group. I don't want AB to come in here as an employee. He's not my employee, he's my equal. Yeah. So that's why we decided to do the Actual project as something that we do sidewise, that makes us equals. And then in these shows, if the promoter books him, if they book us as a joint show, then they get to see AB in his performance, and they get to see mine and my performance. And in some songs that we were together on, we'll intermingle, and you'll see it live.
Yeah. So I guess you pick and choose depending on what type of concert and performance and presentation the promoter wants. They've got a menu that they can pick from.
Right.
Okay. So,
but to be honest with you, it's a really happy moment because, when he left the group back in 88, when he left the group in 88, I picked up the slack from that void, and he, for me personally, vocally, and friendship wise, he was truly missed. So, all these years later, because we went on, 6 or 7 years later after he left, and continued to have success. But all these years later, to be able to pick up from where we left off friendship wise and and then be able to record with each other again it's something special for me.
Yeah.
Personally. And I think that for the fans who heard about us being together but never really got to see it, I think it's a treat for them because, in songs like Scars of Love, the value of his vocals and my vocal are very important. So
yeah, that's the authentic, way it was recorded.
Right.
So, to have you guys on stage, simultaneously doing the song is amazing, because it's been such a hiatus since that was done,
So,
cool.
so it's a fun thing, and I'm happy to rock with him. He's a very good gentleman. He's, he and I get along really well. And, in fact, you're interrupting my daily call. We usually speak around noon for a good,
well, tell AB I'll give him a croqueta and some free Cuban food when he gets down here. I'll make it up to you guys. I apologize for that. Yeah, I forgot to ask you how your kids, how's your wife? How's everybody? Everybody good?
My kids are doing well. My daughter just left with my wife, my 3-year-old daughter. Yeah. My wife was going to, do her have her happy moment, when they go get their nails done and their eyebrows done and all that.
Yeah, I just did that the other day.
Yeah, and my daughter came to me this morning and says, I'm going to go get my eyebrows done, Daddy. I'm getting my eyebrows done with Mommy. And I was like... Yeah,
my daughter does the same thing, man. I'm like, good. Stay there for as long as you want, my love.
It's like, it's almost like, when you... And tell me, you answer me. It's like when you have a little girl, as a guy, seeing them grow and seeing them get into their own and the things that they...
It's amazing. The personality coming out and everything is crazy.
Right.
It's crazy.
The sassiness. It's like, for a man having a daughter, this instant heartbreaks. Like every day you get like a little bit of a heartbreak. Yeah. You feel like a little heartbreak. It's like, oh, she didn't do that yesterday. Oh my God. And that
one day
that the dreadful moment is coming. You know what I mean? That dreadful moment is coming where they're going to leave.
My daughter pays attention to every single little detail that goes on with me. Yeah. Like later on in the day, she'll do an assessment of everything that I did. She's like, Daddy, why'd you do that? Why'd you do this? What? I'm like, how'd you know I even did that? Like, you were really paying attention? She's like, yeah. It's crazy. Yeah. She's just a smart little whip, man. Let me tell you, boy. Amazing.
No, my daughter knows how to play with me psychologically. Like, she'll be like, I love you. She goes, I don't love you. I love Mommy. And then she'll give me a sly look from the corner of her eye, and then she knows that I walk away. I'll give up. I'll walk away. I'll sit down, and then she'll come and she'll, Daddy, I love you. And then she knows how to play. She already knows how to play.
They get into your psyche, man. It's crazy. You gotta love them though. They really make all the hard work worth it. Even though we love, like we have a passion for what we do, and we would do it with or without a family, that really doesn't matter. But to work hard at your craft and then come home and see those smiling faces, whether they're going through changes or they're just happy to see you and they want to spend time with you. I mean, to me, that caps my day. You know what I mean? For real. I get goosebumps when I talk about it. Yeah.
Yeah, man. And I don't, not that my 2 boys didn't make me feel welcomed when I came home, but coming home to a little girl.
Girl is different, bro. Yeah.
Oh my God, the happiness of how it is, God bless my sons. In fact, I recorded a song with my oldest that's out, that I put out now, called Hangover. But when I come home and my little girl sees me, if I go away on a trip, I'm overnight and I come back the following morning, that whole day, I'm the king, and it's like, oh, she starts screaming from the moment that the door opens. And
they miss you.
Yeah, they really actually miss you.
When you're around all the time, that's when they start to kind of not give you that attention that you normally would get when you come back from a trip. But when you come back from a trip, boy, they let you know there's a lot of love in the building. You know what I mean? Which is beautiful.
It is.
So, are you back full throttle? Is TKA back full throttle? Now we're out of the pandemic somewhat. There's a new variant, I know, and all that, and some promoters are probably on Skid Row going, yo, should I do this concert? You know, is it going to get crazy like it did with COVID? So I sympathize with the promoters, man, because this is their livelihood. You know, me too. I'm a promoter slash, you know, DJ, entertainers, you know, a bunch of other hats that I wear. But you know, it's a scary time for us, man, because we don't know if it's going to be a full-out lockdown again or what's going to happen 6 months from now. So it's, you know, we got to take advantage and seize the moment now that things are still open, you know?
For me, I started working. I hadn't worked since October. We were doing drive-in shows out here in New York. So we're getting, you know, like empty amusement parks out here, and you know, we'd get their parking lots, and you know, we'd put on a show outside in their parking lot, and you know, most of the audience would be at a distance for their own safety and for ours. And so last year when October hit, we didn't work up until, I want to say my first show was, give or take, February or March of this year. And since then, gradually, it's been picking up. I would like to say that since May, we've been, you know, full throttle, working, you know, doing private events, doing shows, and it's just getting busier. The month of August, you know, we're all over the place, and as you know, in September, we're doing and you know, and a series of other places, even Orlando and Tampa, and so I'm happy. And then I put out a song during this time as well. So that's even creating more of a buzz and getting more interest in what we're doing, both as TKA and as K7. So
yeah, because when you do TKA shows, you also incorporate your K7 solo productions as well. So
yes,
that's like an added for the fans. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I don't perform everything because, you know, I don't think that the promoters haven't, you know, they
just the hits. Yeah, of course.
You know, they just want hits, right? So, but luckily I'm able to squeeze some new stuff and some, you know, classic stuff that fans have been asking me for a while. Yeah. And it's fun and it's cool and I'm happy to be doing it again. I'm happy to, you know, to be working as much as I am. Yeah. When COVID hit, we had a year's worth of stuff, and the weirdest thing is that we were already booked. You know, the year was so packed that we were booking stuff for the following year. Yeah. And now they're trying to move all those dates and cram them into.
Same thing happened with DJs, man, with weddings and all that stuff. It's same scenario. You know, double bookings now.
I was going to have the best year of my life since 1995. Well, 94. So that's how booked I was. Like, my wife was looking at the calendar saying, when we're going to have, like, family time? When are we going to go away? You know, when you know, can you try to ask for the kids' birthdays off? I'm like, if it's on a weekend, it's tough. And I'm like, and I would like to make up for not working for a year. So, you know, it's kind of tough to say no, right?
Well, you know now they had all that time with you, so there's no excuse. You know, you got to say, babe, you know, if I work a year straight, you can't be mad at me because I spent some super daddy time with the kids. What's up?
You know, in all honesty, I would think that they would not want to be around me. You know, I live with my wife, my youngest, my 3-year-old, and my 20-year-old middle child. My middle son is 20, and you know, I would think that because they see me all the time, you know, and I think that they wouldn't want to be around me, but I guess they do, you know, because they're always looking for, you know, time with me.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. So let's talk a little bit about Hangover. So Hangover, what was the inspiration behind Hangover? I know that it's been out for a little while. Now, you got to tell me, is the music video officially out and it's featuring your son, J6, right? And vice versa.
The music video is coming out soon. I honestly, because of time, I wanted to record it here the first week of August. Yeah. But I'm not going to be able to. So I'm hoping that I can get it done by September. And the reason why is busyness. Is we're not around, and traveling back and forth is crazy. And to do a good video that's going to actually do justice for it is going to be difficult. On the song is featured my best friend Vice Verse, who was part of MVP, with Stagger Lee, Rock Your Body was a song that he was most known for. And my son J6, who has recorded more songs than his father currently, and has put them all out. And he's on Spotify and iTunes. J6, he's one of those vibe rappers. So you'll catch those vibes, as the kids say nowadays. From his stuff. The way that the record came about, when I originally started the beat, I had done it with one of my production partners, a friend of mine, and he wanted me to rock on a mumbatong beat, like the Brazilian beats, and he said, we should write something that's going to be fun, and and the concept of Hangover was created. But with a lot of material, I'm constantly recording. It takes space on my hard drive for a while because I want to put it out during the right time. And one day my oldest came over and my sisters were here and we were having a house party, and my son was like, Dad, could I drink in the house? And I was like, all right, cool, you could drink in the house. I said, what do you drink? He says, I drink Jack and honey. And I said, well, I drink Hennessy. We're going to flip drinks. You drink, the Hennessy, and I'll drink that Jack and honey. The following morning, I was aching. I was aching really bad, and I was like,
Jack,
I don't want to tell
man, like, ooh, I haven't had Jack Daniels since I was a teenager, bro. Like, I couldn't drink that now. Yeah,
and I didn't want to tell my kids that I was
drinking right now. They're drinking Jack Daniels. How the hell did they get into that? Because it's cheap or what?
I don't even know. And I didn't want to tell them
Hangover for real.
For real.
Yeah. Wow.
And I was feeling it. I was feeling it, and he goes. But he came up first and said, "Yo, Dad, I'm beat up, man. I can't right now." I said, "You have a hangover?" He says, "Yeah." I said, "I got a song for us," and brought him in. We recorded it. I changed the beat around to suit the times, and I brought in Vice Verse to sing the hook. And
let's hear a little piece of it real quick. Let's hear a little piece of it real quick. I'm not gonna play the whole thing, but I'm gonna play a little piece of it. All right, this is K7 featuring his son J6 and Vice Verse. Hangover. You heard it on Sama Sutra. Let's get it.
Me no drink like me used to drink. Me no smoke like me used to smoke. Me just party with them, me go. Me just dance and me move like so. Them tell I not to mix me drinks. Room will spin when the fun begins. Stumbling, that's the state I'm in. Party hard cause we live in sin. Popping bottles, making friends. Pouring drinks, we going in. Toss them back, feel the burn. Me no slow cause me not concerned. When me wake up tomorrow, my head'll pound and I wish I'd die. Tell me friends when them come over. I got a freaking hangover. 99 bottles of beer on the wall. 99 bottles of beer on the wall. Fat chicks are dancing on top of the bar. I got a freaking hangover. Drink it straight, no chasing. DJ turn up the bass. Everybody get hangover wasted. I got a freaking hangover. She moving and we get it popping from bottle to bottle. That booty be dropping, that thing is show stopping. You know that I'm in it, I'm about the business. Licky got me twisted, I'm about to sip it. Shorty wanna dip into it like a chip, and I just wanna taste a bit. Wanna get into it till the night's over. I got a freaking hangover. But back to the last night, smoking and we drinking on the last strike, yeah. You know I had to bag twice. Tomorrow she be headed to the last flight, yeah. And she be talking about me. Game so sicker than the world gon' see. But if any other women wanna come over, tell my that I'm caught with the hangover, yeah. 99 bottles of beer on the wall. 99 bottles of beer on the wall. Fat chicks are dancing on top of the bar.
Was that your son on the second verse? Oh man. Whoa boy, he's the real one, but that's good. That's real good. Yeah.
I'm proud.
You gotta look at that. Daddy's got somebody that's gonna take the legacy and keep running with it.
God willing, man. God willing. And the cool thing about my son is that he kind of pays tribute to me by adding a number after his name.
Yeah, that's right.
But the honest to God truth is, what I'm super proud of him is that he's come on his own and he's done it, on his own. He didn't, you know, he didn't ask anything, you know, just support, be a loving dad and support his music.
Yeah.
You know, and
you can't
but he's not someone who, he hasn't been caught under my shadow in the sense, like he's created his own lane without having to live under my shadow.
Yeah.
Which is a cool thing for me. And I'm super proud of him for that. You know what I mean?
That's great, man. You know, that he's got his own lane, but you know, you guys every now and then can collab and do a little something. Is he coming down with you for the Miami trip, or?
I would love him to come down. I would love him and Vice to come down. Let's see if we can make arrangements to have him here. But you know, like but thus far, you know, we've been performing together. Well, we'll be performing together, not this weekend coming up, but the following weekend out here in Long Island. We're doing this Long Island show.
So yeah, we're really excited about this Throwback Bash concert series, September 11th, TKA.
Yeah.
You're going to be right on the sand, man, next to the ocean. Yeah. It's on 12
I haven't been
in ocean.
I haven't done a performance on there since I was like, I want to say 20, 21 years old.
6:30 to 8:30. I want everybody to know it's free to the public, okay? No admission. Everybody's in free. It's right outside. You're facing the ocean. I mean, it don't get no better than that. You're right on Ocean Drive, 12th and Ocean. So we're really excited about having you guys there. And, you know, September 11th has a special place in our hearts. You know that.
Of course.
So, you know, being the fact that the Fallen Angels, this incident happened in New York, to have you guys, New York born, bred, you know, a group be in Miami, you know what I'm saying, doing something special on stage is amazing. I couldn't ask for anything more.
Listen, just the fact that, you know, we could share this day together and still, you know, rock for the memory of the people that we lost, you know, and for even for our troops who went out there and fought for us and we lost them along the way as well. You know, it's an honor. You know what I mean? We love this country. You know what I mean? Yeah. We may be divided at times and have so many issues, but we love this country. Yeah. We know that we support this country. We know that we would do anything for the freedoms that we have. You know, so why not enjoy ourselves in the memory of those that we lost?
Celebrate. You know, we had an incident over here with the condominium collapse as well. We moved some dates around to show respect for what happened. It's a great place for people to come with their families and enjoy a live performance. Let's go up on your FB page right quick just to see what you got going on. I want to be a little nosy right now.
All right, let's go.
Let's see what you got going on. All right, so you're promoting. You got something August 14th right here. Wow.
That's the big show that I got with George Lamont and Judy Torres, Brenda K. Star, Sweet Sensation, Coral Line.
Brenda's my girl. Hi, Brenda. I love you like you're my sister. You know that, right, sweetheart? And Chris, what's up, Chris? I love her husband. He's amazing. Love them. They're family. Yeah.
They always, the funny thing is that we've been trying to, like, Brenda loves, as much as I post my daughter up on my social media, she loves it. And, you know, she keeps and one of her daughters, we went on a cruise together. And one of her daughters was babysitting my daughter throughout the entire cruise. And we've been trying to plan a day that we could hang out together, but, you know, freestyle and music keep getting in the way. Every time that we want to plan out that weekend, we can't make it. So, you know, if I could see her backstage at a show, I'm happy. And Chris is a great guy, just a great guy.
Now, you know how much love I got for Betty, you know, Sweet Sensation. Yeah. I mean, you know, she always says that you're her freestyle husband. I just want to be her freestyle boyfriend.
Well, she, you know, I'll be honest with you. Betty practically lives in my house.
I know. Like, she says she comes over all the time.
Yeah. You know, Betty has the keys to my front door, and you know, and usually it's her and my wife hanging out.
Such an angel. I love that woman to the core, man. I really do. Yeah. She's an amazing woman. Really is. So smart. Yeah. So kind, so loving. I mean, just everything you can imagine in a human being that you would want, she has it.
In my house, we call her the devil's advocate because, you know, she's out here to find solutions, you know, and she gives you both sides of the story, whether she likes it or not. She wants to be the devil's advocate in everything.
Man, Raquel, I haven't seen her in ages. Wow, I'm glad she's still.
Well, Raquel is lightning in a bottle. You know, she is that, you know, she is that saucy chick, you know, who, you know, that no nonsense.
That's a great
you know, freestyle got a lot of those, you know, it's, It's those, those spicy women that,
That's a great lineup, man. George, Judy, Coro, Lime. Come on, I just had Lime here, 2 weeks ago. That was awesome.
Oh my gosh.
Great. Sal, Sal's got the biggest parties out in New York City. Come on.
Yeah. C-Bank is part of the show. She has a new single out that you guys should check out. You see that young lady right there?
Yeah.
On Monday, we had gone to one of my dancers, one of my Furies, the kids that dance with me on stage. He teaches a class, and he taught a class doing dance steps to the Hangover. And that young lady was one of the kids that learned the dance steps that day, and she had so much energy. I wanted to repost.
Yeah, she looks like she has a hangover.
Yeah, she was really spunky. Yeah. And then that's me and Avi. We were recording a song for Actual.
Oh wow!
Okay. And we were in the studio and we just took that picture together.
Nice. Yeah, I'm glad that you guys have rekindled your relationship. That's awesome.
Yeah, guys, please go to iTunes and go to Spotify. Find the song. It's called "It Won't Be Long" by Avi Cruz. It's released on 418 Music and Artistic Recordings. Again, it's on all digital platforms, and it's a great song. AB's, bringing back that classic freestyle for the soul. You know those records that grows on you, and then you start singing it all over the place.
Yeah, I heard a piece of it. I love it, man. I got to get AB on the Sama Sutra show too. So bust out a word.
You tell me.
Yeah, go ahead and if you could.
I got an inside source. I could get you there.
Okay, yeah. I would hope so.
Look, I'm even using my picture, my sister, as an advertisement. Look, that's my sister.
I saw your avatar around here somewhere. Let me see if we can get to it real quick. I'm really, really looking forward to having you guys down on South Beach again.
Yeah, man. So I'm excited. Thank you for inviting us down.
Absolutely.
We can't wait to be there. But we're friends. So
yeah, exactly. We go back like happy days.
Anyway. We're gonna be hanging out anyway.
I feel naked, bro, because I don't have no tats, bro. And you busted out all the tats, bro. And I'm like, man, I got to get at least.
Dude, I saw you in a tank top. I was here with I was like, yo,
let me show my guns too. What's going on over here?
Guns. I thought like guns. So I got so many tattoos. I don't have guns.
What do you have on this side over here? Your right side. What do you have on your right side?
On my right side, I have a number 7. I got the sun.
Okay.
I got a whole bunch of tribal stuff. If you see, let me see if I can.
That's what I would probably do. If I would get tattoos, I would do my research and do some tribal stuff.
Look, I got Puerto Rico there.
Yeah.
Shape of Puerto Rico. I got my son, my son, my wife, and then my other son and my family name here. I got my K7 logo here. Let me see.
Nice.
There goes my K7 logo. Then all these tell a story. As you see, I got the 45 symbols here.
Okay.
And believe it or not, these 45 symbols and this dragon here and everything that's under it is actually a TKA tattoo. Spider, who was an original member of the group, did this tattoo, and he did my entire back.
So the whole back is done too. Wow.
Yeah. So I got a. Man,
you're really into tattoos. You got a Harley Davidson too?
I got a TKA. No, I got TKA. I got a TKA tattoo on a TKA member.
You should take up motorcycle riding, man.
I got the 4 horsemen over here.
Uh-huh.
I got the 4 faces of the 4 horsemen.
Okay.
And I got my daughter's name on this side.
Oh, that's nice. See, I would do that too. I would put my daughter's name on my either arm or somewhere, my shoulder or something like that. I
wasn't supposed to get tattoos on this arm. I promised my wife I didn't, but when my daughter was born, I said, look, you guys have this arm. She deserves an arm all to herself. When I did my wife on my back as an angel. And then I have more tribal stuff on my back around it.
Yeah.
And when Spider was doing it, he goes, "Are you sure you want to do this? You sure you want to?
Are you going to stay with her? This is
a
lifetime commitment, or are you going to regret this later on?" That would be my worry too, But I mean, I love my wife though,
I'll be honest. If you look at this tattoo is very difficult. If you were here in person, you could see it, but it's very difficult to see because I have so much black on it.
Yeah.
And the reason I have so much black on it is because I had put my second child's mother's name on me.
Yeah. See, that's the worry right there.
That's a cardinal sin of tattoos. You have to be sure.
Yeah. Well, at least if you do like if you would get a tattoo when you're like 16, like of a cartoon character, and then you're like 40 and you're like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have done that. SpongeBob is not really a good look for me right now.
Yeah. So, like, I learned the hard way after this tattoo.
Yeah.
I learned the hard way that you have to really choose what you wanted. So I started picking things like, the 45s represent the eras that, that I came from. I came during the time that you used to have to put that 45 in the middle of the record.
You got timestamp tattoos is what you got. Timeline tattoos. Yeah.
The Maori Hawaiian type of tattoo that I'm fascinated by is a tattoo that tells a story. And it's supposed to tell the story of your life. Like if you look at the Rock's tattoo, the Rock's tattoo tells the story of his life.
Yeah, I love his whole movement. I really do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what I have under here, I have a drum machine. I have the grooves, the turntables on here. I got a reel.
Yeah.
And then, then I have a little
the reel. Man, you bro, anytime I run out of equipment, I'm just going to rip it off.
And I have.
Let me ask you something. What? Go ahead. Finish your thought. Go ahead.
And I have needles. I have.
You gotta have. Hey, listen. You're not old school if you don't. Oh, real quick. I needed to tell you this. This past June 10th, I did a expo called the Pro-Am Dance and DJ Expo. We had a whole bunch of b-boys. They're b-boy athletes now. From Red Bull, and a bunch of TikTok dancers came down. So we had over 600 people join this and be a part of this expo. We do it every year with my partner Speedy Legs. I don't know if you know Speedy Legs. You know Speedy Legs?
Yeah, I think I do.
Original b-boy from Miami, spent a lot of time in New York, battle Crazy Legs, all that stuff. But we do it every year. So next year in June, we're doing it again, the 10th through the 12th. And I want to formally invite you to come down to the Pro-Am to be a part of the festivities.
I would love to. Love to.
Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and make that arrangement with you guys early on because I really need you to be here because I know how you feel about breaking. You know what I'm saying? That's part of our livelihood. That's part of who we are. That's part of where we come from.
Yes. I'm an honorary member of the Rocksteady crew. I don't know why it's honorary because I've been around those guys forever. I should get official member.
You're honorary, okay.
Crazy.
Is that second string? Does that mean in a nice way? Yeah.
No, it's like third, fourth string. Maybe worst case. That's worst case scenario string, right?
Yeah.
I've known Crazy Legs and a lot of the original members I grew up with. Most of the guys in my life. Crazy Legs has been a mentor and one of my dearest friends. Since childhood, and I still see them, and I'm still fascinated by, I'm fascinated by hip hop and by this little subculture that we created out of nothing. These little things that
which is not a little subculture anymore.
It's not a subculture, but we created this culture now that has
exploded
engulfed the entire world, and it basically came out of nothing. We were taking things that we can find and making them useful. Turntables weren't being used like they are used now before hip hop. Guys, there was spoken word, there was poetry, but the way that, rappers are doing it now, it wasn't done before like this. And, and we weren't telling the stories that we're telling, and we weren't, trying to be as creative musically as we have. And think of what it's done to R&B music, think of what it's done to rock and roll, think of what it's done to jazz, think of what it's done to salsa, think of what it's done to Brazil, with Brazilian music, Brazilian funk. Think of what it is done
all
to
reggaeton. All of that.
It's changed the world. And being friends with these pioneers and growing up with these pioneers, I'm still, mystified by how this little bit of nothing turned into such a big thing.
It's evolved so much. It's incredible. I mean, now there's certain bona fide athletes that represent the likes of Red Bull, Monster Energy Drink, and a slew of other companies. It's been accepted into the 2024 Paris Olympics. Now breaking is an official Olympic sport, which is exciting as well. But not only that, I feel now that there's breaking athletes that now these guys will be able to actually earn a living from breaking versus just doing it, at a competition and getting some accolades. Man, no, bro, now it's a career now. You can actually get paid, and I want to be instrumental in getting them paid. So that's one of our missions, is to make sure that the breaking athletes that are on the high level get the kind of money they deserve.
Yeah, I was the night before yesterday, you're talking about Red Bull. I was watching the Red Bull
BC1,
the rap Olympics that they were having, and I was it's amazing to see how far we become, how far it's come, and to see it being taken so seriously. Not only that, crazy like this.
Look at the Olympics. The Olympics this year, they added skateboarding and they added surfing, right?
Yeah.
Urban sports are the shit right now, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, people are tired of watching the conventional type of sports. They want to see the stuff that the kids are into right now. The kids are into breaking. The kids are into parkour. Those are the X Games that we need to infuse into the Olympics moving forward, man. If they're gonna, remain getting some kind of ratings, because that's what all the kids are into.
The parkour thing, it fascinates me.
Yeah, me too. I love it. I absolutely. I almost. I was like, I took a couple of classes, like training, but my knees were shot, so I couldn't do it at the time. But I'm still contemplating doing a little bit of parkour.
I could imagine you getting on stage to do a set doing parkour. Boom, boom, boom. You run through the audience, jump, boom, 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 boom.
I would love to do that. They'd be like, yo, this guy, what is it? He acts, he talks, he sings, he jumps. What the? Hey, man, it's been a pleasure as always, Kate. We always have a good time, man. That's because you're a true human being, and you just got a lot of love that comes out of you, man. So I really appreciate you taking the time. Can't wait to see you September 11th, 12th in Ocean, South Beach. TKA performing live on stage, all their hits, and some of that K7 stuff as well.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you for being patient, man. You're the best.
Okay, man. God bless you. DJ Sama, take me out with the fader.